Oh my gosh. Imagine if you walked into a bar and there was a long line of people waiting to take a swing at you. That's the punchline. Yeah, that's terrible. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
That wasn't a bad one. These are literally terrible.
Yeah. All right, one more. When I was a kid, my mother told me I could be anyone I wanted to be. Turns out identity theft is a crime.
That one's good.
Oh my gosh. Hey, I'm Craig.
John.
Welcome back to ConBroSationalists.
Sorry, we're on another level today.
Yeah. I think we needed a good break, though, because I feel like the last, 5-6 episodes have been highly intense. And
They were very intense and
so we needed
sad and we got to break up the monotony.
Yeah, needed a little bit
We're not intense and sad.
No.
Usually.
We're generally
happy and fun. And,
especially when we've had a little bit of booze mahal in us, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But hey, not drinking yet.
Yeah, no, not it's early and not that early, but
it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, well, it's 5 o'clock here. Yeah.
Put this other drink away and grab another one then.
Yeah. So all right, we're gonna. So the last episode was really kind of a short one because, I feel like we were just too dumb to understand the philosophizing behind it.
Either that thing was on a whole nother planar existence of philosophy that I'm not ready for.
Yeah.
Or we really just summed it up really quick.
Yeah. I feel like it's the first one and not the second one.
Yes.
Because maybe it's just me, I can't brain today. So.
Well, and you get to do one of your favorite things. You can put your hand in my sack.
Oh yeah, nice. See, I need to bust out the Sharpie and put John's sack right here. Then I can dig down deep into your sack.
John's sack, baby John's sack.
All right, so we're gonna swirl it around, and I'll grab that one.
Not to get confused with John's Cusack.
That's right.
For the win?
For the win. I was thinking, holding up the radio and playing the song.
If I had not a beatbox, not a boombox. If I had a boombox, I might just play that out for you.
Yeah. I forget what the name of that song was that he held up.
I don't know. I feel like it's in 11-7 different movies around that same time frame, though.
Yeah, I think I can't even.
11-7 is a number, by the way.
Yeah, it's just a few above 11-2, which is my favorite number.
Yeah.
So
we're all being educated right now.
Yeah.
That's upside down.
Is it? Oh,
just kidding.
Damn it. Gnimus.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't read. Apparently,
now it's upside down.
Oh, swimming. Swimming. All right. So the topic is
swimming.
Swimming. Can you see that? So I don't know what to say about swimming.
I like it.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Except for when it's really stupid hot. Then I sunburn, and that's not fun.
No.
Because I got a sensitive solar panel up here.
Yeah. But it doesn't do you any good, though.
No.
When it burns, you don't get more power out of it.
No, it just flakes more, and it makes it really hard to shave the old dome here. So, yeah.
Shaving flaky skin.
Yeah. Well,
this sounds like a Tuesday night.
It's just another Wednesday.
You want to see my back?
Yeah.
No. You made that, by the way, didn't you?
I think. Well, I don't know. The trash
see it on
can.
the floor.
The trash can's like this big around, so it's.
Yeah, it'd be hard to miss.
Yeah. But it was left-handed, so, and that is a pretty good distance.
It is a pretty good distance for a small piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 different fans.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different air currents.
1 fan, 2 fan. Oh.
Well, those are hot air.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good point.
Those are just sacks of hot air.
Yeah. Yep. I feel you.
You've got a pool. I've got a pool.
Yep. And everybody thinks, I'll get a pool. They said, it'll be fun. They said, yeah, until you have to do all the freaking maintenance.
You know, the pool, all the hard work that we did this year has been well worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like having that thing, getting to swim every night if we want to.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little less now because monsoon season is rainy every day. And
yeah. Well, and we haven't. I'm trying to think. The last time I got in our pool was probably maybe. I think it was one of the first weeks that Nadine had started traveling after her new job started. We got in there just because, and I mean, and we've had an inordinate amount of rain here.
I was gonna say, have y'all been getting the kind of rain that we've gotten in Roswell?
Yeah, I mean, there was a period there for like 3 weeks where it was almost every day.
Yeah.
We would get it. Yeah, we'd get a freaking. I mean, like typical monsoon, it would just be an absolute freaking downpour.
For 3 minutes.
No, it'd be like 30, 35 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, because I could look up off the roof and just see this giant funnel of water coming off. And actually, in the backyard, I don't like the previous owners were building something, and so I don't know if like they were building a pond or whatever. But you know that little off the porch
the little
there,
drainage area,
the
holding pond.
Yeah, that thing was full.
Mosquito pit.
Yeah, no, it was full for the better part of a month with all the water in there.
That's crazy.
And then it stopped raining. The sun came out, and it all evaporated.
Are the mosquitoes bad here?
Not really. Oh, I don't know. I don't spend much time outside, so.
They're horrendous, man, in Roswell.
Yeah.
Like, we can't go out on our back patio. I mowed the yard, finally. Mowed the yard. Got that cutter yard spray.
Oh, right.
Sprayed 95% of the yard. Drug the hose out into the alley, and you know those big bushes behind our house for the neighbors?
Right.
Hose those things down. Because I'm like, that's just a haven,
right.
in my opinion, haven for
those
mosquitoes.
Those like pine bush
whatever
tree things,
are,
whatever.
The city should make those people cut.
Yeah.
But that's on a different.
They're like mine out front here, but not as maintained.
Yeah, no, they're super unkept. We're talking retro 80s style bush.
I knew you were going with that.
Maybe earlier than that.
Late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, because it's...
Before trimmed and neat was trimmed and neat.
But it is... I sprayed everything I could and literally was out in the backyard that night, and they are just...
And that's the thing that hates me more, that I hate more than just the noise.
That's the crazy... So me and the wife were watching... TikTok or the news or something, and they were talking about this new invasive mosquito species that came across on containers into California that like are more aggressive and really stay low and attack like legs more than anything else. They'll get up high and bother you, but mostly attack legs, and that's our life. Like, you go outside at night, and if you're not in the pool, we're absolutely just covered in spray and sitting by a citronella candle. You're just getting eaten up.
Yeah.
Same thing whenever I go to work in the morning at 6 o'clock. Pretty much all day long, our warehouse full of mosquitoes.
Really?
Yeah, like it's miserable.
Huh.
Like, the flies were real bad, and I went to the store. I got fly bags, and then some fly spray. Flies. Hardly a problem.
Mosquitoes, on the other hand.
Yeah, you still get flies because you can never get rid of them. But
mosquitoes are angry sons of bitches.
But now these suckers they're on another level of, I hate you.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to make your life miserable.
Yeah, no, I to be honest, I haven't really gone out much. And I know that was last summer. We bought, well, of course, we have that mobile swamp cooler in the garage, which is a great idea in theory until monsoon season comes around, and then the humidity's up, and those things just can't cool. But that was one of the reasons why I stopped working out so much in the garage, was because I'd get eaten alive while freaking working out.
Yeah.
You know, and you're trying to work out, and you hear
Yeah.
you swat it and you break your
that's all you
freaking
need.
eardrum.
You're all pumped and jacked, and then you're in the hospital with West Nile or Zika
Yeah.
or
Right.
whatever other
Yeah,
virus.
whatever other crap they carry, but
yeah, no, like it's. I was telling the people at work the other day, I was like, I can't wait for winter.
yeah.
As
much as having the pool and everything is great,
these
but
mosquitoes are just. I've never seen. Like, you watch Naked and Afraid,
yeah.
and you see them out in the jungle, which is all the flying bugs.
Oh God, no. No thanks.
That's how I feel whenever I step outside at night.
Yeah, no thanks. I don't need none of that shenanigans, right?
And we just bought like this $100 light at Home Depot.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a built-in fan, and it's supposed to attract them. You set it like the perimeter of your property, and it's supposed to pull them there instead of towards you.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it works like the stupid copper armbands and the.
There's probably 7 mosquitoes in that thing, and there's probably
That's because they got lost on the way going to find you.
There's 112 of them flying around my back patio, and there's 3 in there.
Yeah.
It's just, God, it's on another level of suck. It really is.
Do you ever see them, like, if you wear dark clothing? Do you ever see them like clustered on your dark shirts?
No, because they're usually around your legs.
Yeah.
But like at work, at work they're a little bit different, because they will get you high. Like, I'll be sitting in my chair in my office.
What kind of high are we talking about here, buddy?
Some days I wish it was the other one, but no, like I'll feel one just jab me through my shirt and stuff on my back.
Oh.
Yeah, they're sneaky. It's funny.
No, we haven't had, like, the mosquitoes haven't been near as bad here. But again, you know, I'm sure if I was out swimming more, I think I might notice it. But just, you know, like I said, we haven't really been, because we've had so much rain here. We haven't been able to really get out of the pool, and like it's almost the end of the season. We got like maybe another month or so before we'll close up our pool and be done with it.
Yeah, we meant to buy like a solar blanket to extend ours out a little bit, and we have yet to do that.
Yeah,
it's probably at this point, with Halloween coming up and soccer and all that stuff, it's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah,
we'll probably shut it in and call it quits.
Yeah, I'm really contemplating buying. They have several different kinds of covers, but I'm looking at one that's. I think it's a little more industrialized to cover up the back, just because I really don't want to like close the pool, right? Because then I got to worry about, because one of the problems that we have with the pool is that it is heated, but you can only heat it for so long, because that becomes unsustainable, because that's ridiculously high to do.
Mm-hmm. Burning gas.
Yeah, well, yeah, and you know,
is it gas or electric?
No, it's gas.
Okay,
it's natural gas. Yeah. And so I think that we turned it on in I think it was mid-March. First bill wasn't bad. Second bill came around. Yikes!
It was rough.
Yeah, it was like 5 bills. And that's just the gas bill to heat the pool, right?
That's not even the water.
No, that's not the water. Well, the water we don't really have to do much with, because it's ours has a float.
Well, yeah, and at that point you aren't losing that much at that part of the year.
No. Mm-mm. No,
when it's
and
100 degrees out, y'all are probably losing quite a bit of water like we are.
Yeah, well, and I just paid the water bill here for this month, and it was about average, right?
Yeah.
But we have water, trash, sewer.
Yeah, it's all built in.
And gas
Yeah.
are all kind of, there's 4, and it's kind of one of the weird places, and then it's all done through the city.
Yeah.
Right, like we don't have to pay this bill for that, this bill for that, this,
17
yeah.
different people.
Yeah, it's just to the city, and we paid it, but it was, it was like $180 or whatever, which is pretty typical, because it's all those other things combined. So it was down, but man, our electric bill got racked up. So
yeah. So we both have in-ground pools.
Yes, not above ground, in ground.
We have in-ground pools. I actually took over the pool that he used to have.
Yes.
Because we bought their house.
Yep.
We did fairly major renovation. Could have been a lot more major. Could have cost a lot more money.
Yeah.
So far, so good. We've got to swim a lot. Like, it's been all the stress and cussing and just wanting to drop a bomb into that thing some days.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like just nobody would help.
And that, I think that's one of the hardest things about being there is nobody wanting to help, right?
Yeah. No,
or the people that claim they know how to do things
yeah.
show up and they don't have a clue.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
But we found a product. So far, so good. Seems like it's working. And the kids, I mean, we put the kids in swim lessons a while back, and they were doing pretty good. Then COVID, so it's been at least a year or maybe two since we put them back in swim lessons, like right as we were getting the pool filled and finished to see if it would actually even work.
Hold water. Right.
Yeah. And they're doing great. Like,
yeah.
My son is just jumping off the diving board like he's a crazy person, and they're both diving down and grabbing stuff, and we still keep a really close eye on them because they are kids and they get they stretch themselves out and they don't realize it.
They don't.
Like Blake has asthma.
They don't quite understand their limits.
Yeah,
right?
Blake has some asthma. Lily might as well, not to the extent, but I can definitely hear him breathing a little harder, and I have to tell him, like, hey, let's just chill and relax in the pool for a little bit, and then you can go back to
calm yourself.
Then you can go back to diving, whatever you want to do. But they've really enjoyed it. I've always really enjoyed swimming. Like,
yeah, I mean, even since I was a kid, right? Like that was in the summers. Like that's what you look forward to. That was the thing to do. And I remember again, growing up in Roswell and going out to the base pool, right, which was out at the college out there and swimming out there, and I feel like it was. I feel like it was like 50 cents or 75 cents or whatever to go swim for
which even
all
now,
afternoon.
Yeah, which even now it's like nothing. It's not very expensive.
Yeah, I don't know what it is now because I haven't been to the.
Somebody was telling Corey about it that we should go out there.
Out to the base.
But that was before we got the pool going and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much has changed. I think they got rid of their diving boards. I think a lot of people do. Simply, and it's it's unfortunate
liability.
Because it's liability, and just like everything else, like
people act dumb.
Yeah, people get out there, they get stupid, and they do dumb things, and kind of one person ruins it for everybody else, and then the diving boards are gone, and you can't do any of this, and you can't do like that was always kind of my thing as I got a little older. Like I like diving, right?
Yep, I love diving.
Yep, but it just got to the point where you couldn't go anywhere and do any of that.
Well.
I'm not very good at it, but I dive anyway.
Yeah, not so much diving, but like snorkeling and like diving that way.
Like
Like
like underwater stuff.
Yeah, not off of a board or anything, but like underwater, like.
So that's just swimming, just underwater.
Yeah, like when we went snorkeling when we were in Hawaii and got to see those turtles and stuff, like literally swim up right from underneath us.
Yeah.
Like that was one of the coolest experiences I've ever.
Did they say just keep swimming? Oh no, that was Dory.
They didn't, and I didn't want to get even closer to find out because turtles bite.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you're aware of that, but they will take a chunk out of you.
Especially if they're angry.
Yeah, I just wish we would have ordered water shoes. Because golly, like you're sometimes this far off the coral.
Oh.
Sometimes this far off the coral, and the water movement is so chaotic in there. You've got to really pay attention.
You never realize how small you are until you get dropped into an ocean.
That's exactly. I've been in the ocean 3 different places now.
What's been your? Let me. You finish your thought, and then I'll come back and ask you a question.
And you see things in the water that really make you question why you're in the water. Like whether it's just a larger fish than what you're used to seeing, or what. But it's it's scary.
All right. So of the 3 places that you've been in the ocean, what's been your favorite? I think I know, but
up until I went to Hawaii, it was Daytona Beach.
And
Hawaii.
which was the first time that you had been?
Yes.
Yeah.
and now I've been in, that's the Atlantic, right?
Yeah.
And then I've been in the Pacific off of the California coast twice. Both times was cold.
Yes.
And dirty. Being out, I guess Hawaii's still part of the Pacific.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all part of the Pacific.
Yeah, but being on that side, it was, of course, warmer because where it's located, warmer and just cleaner.
Yeah, it's a more temperate region.
Yeah,
so.
And most of the beaches, like Waikiki Beach, is all man-made.
Right.
Like they literally have just boats of sand brought in and fill that area up. So even though it looks like it's a small little beach, you can walk out hundreds of yards.
It's fucking huge.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a million people down there, and then you get down there and walk out 100 yards, and you're by yourself.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
That was, Hawaii was definitely my favorite. Can't beat that.
No, so if I had ever gotten a chance to snorkel, I would have probably done that there, but I've never really been a big fan of the underwater stuff. So
I love it.
Like swimming pools, I don't have a problem with, but maybe it's just one of those innate fears that I have.
Yeah, which
right,
is
like
rightfully so.
You never know what the hell is lurking underneath you, right?
Yeah, there's plenty of people that get chomped by sharks and things, or like what's that? And then you touch it, and it's
you ever seen an anglerfish?
I have.
Why they so ugly? They gotta attract the light to themselves.
Well, I feel like you just gotta upsize an anglerfish.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, you know.
Who's angling who?
That's right. It's the angle of the dangle.
Yeah, so, which was also, Hawaii was, one of the best swimming experiences I've had. I still have yet to surf. Which is something I really want to do.
I've tried surfing when I was younger. I could never get up on the board. I've tried body surfing, which is the same thing. You just don't stand up, right?
Yeah.
I'm a much better body surfer than a regular surfer.
Yeah.
Right.
Like we tried the body boards in Daytona, and they just don't.
Yeah.
You can almost do better without it.
Yeah. Well, and those waves, to be fair though, those waves weren't really all that tall.
They weren't. But I want to surf. My problem is that when you see people surfing, they are
way out there. Yep.
And it's like, no.
Well, and the one things that, when we were there in April or whatever, and we were watching the waves, right? Like those dudes that were surfing were way out by the pier.
Yeah.
And surfing out by the pier is like surfing is like skiing in a forest.
Yeah.
You're gonna smack a tree and game over.
Yeah.
And I like all my bits and parts where they are.
I'm not big enough. I feel like I would literally just look like a seal on a surfboard.
Like a rag doll.
And I would be the first person to get munched out there.
Right.
Like I'd get spotted out. Mr. Shark would just be like,
hey.
That's the target.
Yep.
That's the target.
He's the Star Wars stay on target.
Yeah. Like just I would be the one that got munched first, and
yeah. So I think probably the man, I've seen a lot of oceans, but the Indian Ocean is probably the one that's the absolute sketchiest.
Really?
Yeah, just because there's times where it's like a body of water, like a large body of water, and it's got waves and ripples on the top of it, right?
Sure.
Little white caps or whatever. And then there's other times you'll go out and it'd just be like freaking glass, whoosh, and you could see everything.
That's so great.
But while you're looking at it, right, like you're seeing all the jellyfish in the water, because it's warm water. You're seeing all the jellyfish in the water. You're seeing all these sticks of things. I'm like, dude, if you fell in there, that's going to be a bad day.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bad day for you. And fortunately, I did my 3 months there and got out and never got to see anything else. But that was just...
Yeah, it's like whenever you see those like pods of like reef sharks and stuff show up, and people are like out there in the water, and like just this school of sharks comes through, and you're like,
where'd that come from?
all you need is one of those sharks to be having a bad day or not have eaten, and your leg's gone.
Yep. Yeah. So
like Timmy fell in the well.
Well, and they're gonna. I mean, they're gonna be coming from miles away because they smelled you.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, I actually heard that's not true. That they can't really sense that. They can sense blood in the water, but it's not quite that distance, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while since I watched like any Shark Week or any of that stuff. Sharks are really amazing, but I'm not one of those people. Like,
Yeah.
Shark Week, let's go.
Yeah, I don't drop everything to go watch a bunch of stuff on sharks. I really don't drop I don't drop everything to go watch a whole bunch of anything anymore. I think yesterday was the first time I kind of sat down and watched some college football, even from last year, right? Like I sat down and watched college football for a little bit, but that's because I was working on something else. So,
which I missed. I missed football. I was changing windshield wipers and helping with a lawn.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then I've been watching Peaky Blinders, and
yeah.
If you ever get a chance, watch that show.
That's another thing I got to add to the list. I still have to finish Better Call Saul because I got the last episode to watch of that.
Yeah, I gave up on that one.
I gotta get caught up on Stranger Things, right? Because apparently, one of the guys at work was talking about season 2. They have a whole bunch of like 80s throwbacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
no, there's all kinds of like little Easter eggs in that show, like I don't know, all the TikToks were coming out about it after it like wrapped.
Yeah.
It's like, how did I miss that? How did I miss that? Like those guys are, if they meant to do all this stuff, like they're pretty, like it's on another level of tying that show in together.
Yeah. Well, and of course, it's taken on a whole new life because of the Metallica song at the end of I think it was season 4 finale or something like that, where they tied in the whole Master of Puppets song into one of their episodes or whatever. So, which is again just one of our favorite bands.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I just
have you seen The Boys?
Is that the one about the kind of not real superheroes?
Yeah, where they're like, if superheroes could
had bad attitudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they're just like terrible superheroes.
I think we watched the first season.
Somebody was telling me about it the other day, and I was like, oh, that sounds really good.
Yeah, no, I think we watched the first season, but then we could never watch any more because we got Little Man here, and there's some pretty gruesome things in there, and he's the age that he's at, right? Like. Yeah. He's used to those kind of superheroes, and these kind of.
You don't want to be like, oh, why isn't Superman killing people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Superman's not supposed to do that.
And then there was the curly-headed kid from Stranger Things has a show called Prank Encounters that somebody else was telling me about, where they do like.
I don't guess
pretty like screwed up like jokes, like pranks on people.
Was that like what Ashton Kutcher used to do with the whole "you've been punked" but a different?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But the curly-headed kid from Stranger Things is like the host of it or whatever.
No,
and some of the stuff that they do on there.
He's the ringleader.
Pretty epic as far as pulling these things off.
Yeah, no, there's a whole, and again, I still haven't watched all of The Mandalorian, right? I'm still way behind on that.
And we're No, I think we're caught up because the third season's fixing to end.
Yeah. And then I forgot there was just something else I was looking at. Like every time, like I don't watch TV a whole lot because I don't like ads, and I don't like paying $70 a month to basically just watch freaking ads, right? But every now and then we'll watch stuff, and I'm like, what is that show? And I'll have to watch the trailer for it because I'm like, ooh, that's something I ain't gonna have time to watch,
Yeah. That's why we got the Fire Stick.
Well, I mean, and we have, we do a lot of our stuff through a streaming platform, so we don't have traditional cable TV like that.
Yeah, we don't either.
And the only reason why I have Fubo TV right now is because football season's coming up. You can't really watch that stuff any other way. And like today, I watched Manchester United play for the first 15, 20 minutes before we had to go down to and meet you guys for lunch. But
Yeah.
you know, that's the first MU game I've seen in probably since
Yeah,
I forget what it was
which is kind of crazy because there's a lot more MLS on TV,
Mhm.
but like all the European League and stuff like that, like all that's way bigger than MLS at this point.
Right.
Still,
yeah.
like you don't see a lot of people following, the Sounders and LA Galaxy like you do.
Right.
But if you talk about Man U or Chelsea or any of those, it's a much bigger name.
Oh, yeah.
Even here in the U.S.
Yeah. Well, and that's, I mean, somehow we diverted away
Yeah,
from.
we got way away from.
We got off topic here, and we'll reel it back in a second. But it's just unfortunate because people say I can't watch soccer. Well, it's not all about the game; it's about the culture behind the team. It's like being a diehard, football team fan here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like at this point in my life, like if the Cowboys win or lose, I don't care anymore because it's. To me, it's not that big of a part of my life, but it's not the same for them over there because it's ingrained in them from the time that they're like 2 or 3 years old, all the way, and it's a generational thing.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that you talk about that, and we'll get back to swimming. But one of the episodes of Peaky Blinders the other night, they were trying to vet people on who they could trust.
Oh.
Because people are trying to infiltrate, and they're asking who the goalie was for so and so. Well, it was this person up to this point, but actually, what's his name was actually the real goalie. Okay, you're good. You can come work. It was it, and that's any European show or Irish or whatever. Any of those shows that you see almost has to do something with soccer built into it because that's the sport.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and to kind of tie that back into swimming, like outside of the Olympics, like I don't really watch any major swimming events.
No.
It's just not.
Not for me.
Yeah, like I would go if they had diving competitions, I would probably go watch the diving competitions because the crap they do off platforms is just freaking bonkers.
Yeah. Twist and turn
and the fact that when they dive, if they're platform diving, right, not springboard, they're platform, you're standing on their hands or whatever, and they just dive off and they do these flips and twists and turns and their head's
I know every time their head is just like a hair.
Yeah.
If they didn't have their little caps on.
Yeah.
God, you're just one bad day from just
one half an inch from just knocking your smacking your dome and then falling unconscious 15 meters it's 45 feet, right? Or 10-meter platform or whatever it is.
And then if you land wrong.
Oh yeah. You might as well be hitting concrete at that point. Yeah. And I do remember the only diver I ever remember smacking the diving board, and I'm sure there's been more, was Greg Louganis.
Yeah, because there was the whole.
Yeah, because he gouged the crap out of his head on a springboard and.
Yeah.
He didn't. I think when he jumped up, he didn't kick his legs out, and he didn't spin far enough out. So when he was turning around, he, racked his noggin on it.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Yeah, and he's diving with the mat on, and then I think the gauze pad around him, and then he had the diving cap.
The wet cap.
Yeah. And so he's the only diver I know of that have ever gone lights out on a dive.
We were having a discussion about swimming, strangely enough, last week or something at our house, and one of the people, Daniel, who you know now.
Oh yeah.
He goes Daniel, was telling us that
I've only seen him on camera, but
yeah.
If you're watching, Daniel, hey.
I think he was telling us that divers have holes in their shorts. That's why their bottoms never fill up with water or anything.
They might.
They've got breathing holes. That way there's no drag.
In that case they get trapped underwater, they can put it on there. I'm kidding. I know what it's for. It's so they don't
Yeah.
swell up with air pockets in it. Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, mind blown.
I still don't. Daniel, I hope you're just not blowing smoke. But it's.
Or blowing water.
Yeah, with all the stuff that they do, like, it seemed very plausible.
Yeah. I'm,
Sure.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'd believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd believe it.
And if you want to sneak one out mid-swim.
Well, what are you gonna know? It's just
Yeah.
a bunch of air coming out.
Yeah, you won't have the
Oh,
potato.
yeah.
The potato in the back. Potato never goes in the back.
Yeah.
Always put the potato in the front.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No, I mean, and it makes sense, right? Because they're all about like low friction, low drag, low resistance, all that stuff. Like they want to just literally glide through the water.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that if you watch them, like none of them have hair, like anywhere. Like I pull my shirt off, it looks like we've been.
Yeah, because they think that little bit of drag is just it can lose them.
Like a tenth of a second, or whatever.
Yeah.
And when you're, like freaking Michael Phelps, he's like 6'8" or whatever. Like I don't know how tall he is, but he's tall. You got that giant monster wingspan. You know.
He can put his arms out, and I feel like tip to tip, it seems like it's 10 foot.
Yeah.
Like he's a giant of a man.
Yep.
At least it seems like it on TV.
Yeah, and he just like that whole thing, everything that they do to gain any competitive advantage. While they're in the water, it's almost like the cyclists in the Tour de France. Like they do a lot of very similar things, right? Like they don't shave all their body, but they shave the parts that are exposed, and that's why they wear those skin tight suits with them funny shaped helmets, right? So they can get in the poles on the bike or whatever, where they can hold their hands here and just let that drag get over them and keep them down to the ground and just haul butt.
Could you imagine thinking that you lost a race by a hair because you missed a hair?
Yeah, like this one you got right here. It's a little wonky, but like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this other one that's been tickling my nose all day that I need to get a.
Well, you're not whistling, so it's okay.
No, it's from my stash.
Oh.
My allergies were bothering me on the way here. Then I realized I had this hair that was like just touching the tip of my nose right here that was itching it. I was like, who's got something to cut this?
Yeah.
This is driving me crazy. My allergies are already bothering me. Shaving time, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Well, tell us your best swimming stories and tell us some of your best memories as a kid or an adult that involved around swimming, whether it was in a pool or a pond, or the other thing that we always did was go to the bottomless lakes, right?
Or the river.
I never really did the river.
I've never swam the river, but
I floated down the river, but I've never swam it.
And floating the river is a lot bigger in some other areas than it is here. Our river is kind of.
It's not really a river. It's more, I guess you would call it a creek. A creek.
A stagnant river that doesn't flow very often.
Yeah, well, and it's kind of it's probably, honestly, in some spots it's probably about as big as the Rio Grande is here.
Well, and it's murky and brown.
Oh yeah, it's doo-doo water.
Big flathead catfish that will drown you in there. My buddy goes noodling.
Does he? I was gonna ask if you don't know what noodling is, go.
It's nothing inappropriate.
Yeah, you search the YouTube for it and you'll find it.
Noodles, and he's caught a couple decent sized catfish. And
does he keep them and eat them?
Oh yeah.
Or does he catch and release?
No, he takes them home and they cook them up.
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm not a big fish person.
No, I love catfish. Right, like that's one of my fondest memories of going fishing at the lake in Arizona, catching flathead, channel cat, whatever.
He keeps trying to get me to go noodle with him, and I'm honestly.
I don't know that I want to stick this much of my arm inside of a fish.
I know, because I'm afraid I'm gonna grab
the wrong thing.
70-pound catfish, and he's gonna drown me.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, you'd be a teeter-totter, right? He's got a little bit more of a challenge
like
with
those,
me.
like, not like a typical like round bobber, but like the stick bobber. That's gonna be me. Just like the old Jaws movie. The old Jaws movie, like like just motorboating me through the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us your stories.
Yeah, absolutely. Feel free to chime in and give us all your stuff from then. But
once again, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by and checking us out. And we're gonna keep doing the terrible dad jokes, or at least I am. John may have to come up with something for us.
It makes us laugh, even if it doesn't make you laugh.
Yeah. So whether we have a serious episode or a not so serious episode, we're gonna keep doing it. So,
yeah, I like it.
If you don't like it, I'm sorry. We're not gonna change.
Yeah.
But I'm Craig.
John.
We'll see you in the next one.